Why, hello there, soulmates. It's good to be here with you today talking about some new DC Multiverse reveals, guys. Well, these just went up for pre-order, by the way, and it features a handful of new characters. These are collector's edition releases, and, we've been seeing quite a few of these, actually. These seem like they're more and more popular recently, and just recently, today, I went online to look at how, where these are up for pre-order. Of course, they're up on Amazon. They're pretty much up everywhere that DC Multiverse is sold. And the characters we're going to be looking at today, guys, are Power Girl, Guy Gardner, and Captain Cold. I actually went on to Amazon to take a look at all the characters, and I don't remember Captain Cold, but I remember Power Girl and Guy Gardner both being sold out over on Amazon. They are up other places, though, so in case you happen to miss them on one site, you should be able to find them on another. Like, I saw them up at GameStop, I saw them up at Best Buy. I don't know what your feelings about Best Buy are. I don't really buy toys from Best Buy. I think I've bought toys from them maybe a couple of times, but I don't really like it for the most part. Usually I just go other places. God, it was weird. Best Buy, I don't know. Usually I like having things shipped to my house, but at Best Buy I had to go to the store and get it. And it's just a trek that sometimes I don't really feel like making, right? C'est la vie. Alright, well, what do you say we get right into talking about these new characters, guys? Let's start off with Power Girl. This one is one that I've seen a lot of people talking about. This one seems pretty popular. What does she come with? Let's go ahead and take a look at the package and see just what she looks like in the box. Alright, so she comes in a pretty just normal pose here. Nothing crazy going on. Hands splayed out. Leg curved a little bit. And she comes with a lovely little kitty. She comes with, it says here, Streaky the Super Cat. Streaky the Super Cat. That's such a fun name. I like that. She comes with a couple of sets of extra hands, too. This is, the more that DC Multiverse goes on, the longer that we keep seeing these waves come and go, the more exciting I think they are. Because it seems like they're including new stuff as time goes on, like more accessories, like the hands and everything. And, of course, little characters like this occasionally. Sometimes you see Crypto, sometimes you see Streaky. And then also the cloth capes are relatively new. That's really neat to see, and I wish that we'd see that more across, like, Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends is still dealing in plastic capes, and I keep crossing my fingers and hoping that, they'll get with the program, and hey, maybe we'll see a cloth cape or two. Check this out, guys. Let's look again at everything. This is what she looks like standing up. It does look like her joints over here are more ball jointed, right? And yeah, they sure do. They don't look as clean as some of the other joints that we've seen on action figures recently, but I still think this one looks really nice. I still think it's well detailed, and I still think it really captures this version of the character well. Although, you look at the artwork over here, she's got the belt buckle. She doesn't have the belt buckle here. She's got the floppy pirate boots on the artwork. You don't have floppy pirate boots here. Hello, Hills. How's it going? What's shaking? And hello, Reborn Plague. I hope that you're doing well. Yeah. She's also got like the little bits over here on her gloves over here, and it's not represented over here. There's a God, when you look at it really close, guys, the action figure is completely different from what you see on the artwork. That's kind of hilarious. Hey, Dean, how's it going? Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to, like, backtrack what I said about this representing the character well. It kind of looks like her at a superficial way, but when you start looking at the artwork, man, it looks completely different. Eating some honeycombs. Oh, that sounds tasty. I haven't had honeycombs. I've forgotten what honeycombs even taste like. Well, this one is popular. A lot of people are going wild for this one, but I'm not sure it really represents the character it's supposed to. I guess in the most superficial way it kind of does. But it's not hitting like all the notes that are on the design that's on the artwork, so I guess if you just need Power Girl, this one's a pretty decent one to get your hands on. But right now I'm looking at it going, is that really collector's edition at this point? This is $30 and it doesn't look like the artwork. I don't know, man. You know, you had to get some when you saw them. I'm gonna level with you. I'm not a big cereal guy because I ate cereal for so much of my life, so much of my childhood, that by the time I grew up, I said to myself, you know what? I don't need to eat this anymore. I have such a hard time eating cereal these days. Sometimes I eat, like, Kashigo. Sometimes I eat that. And I kind of like that cereal. I like the cereal that's got, like, the high protein and the high fiber in it. Both of those. McFarlane Toys are doing Shrek now, huh? God, are they? I didn't even know they were doing that. Here, let's take a look at a couple more shots of Power Girl. I want to at least, like, get a good look at her before we move on. Well, if we look at the action figure all by itself, it does look pretty neat. Like, it looks pretty, well, you know, some of the diaper stuff is pretty rough up here, but... other than that, it looks like a pretty nicely made action figure. When you look at it from far away, it does look a little bit cleaner. But when you look up close, ooh boy, that build is looking a little rough around the edges. You took such a hiatus from cereal that you enjoy it again. How long a hiatus did you take, out of curiosity? Oh, look at this, guys. Streaky has a cloth cape, too. That's adorable. This is my favorite part of the whole package right here. I kind of want to buy this just for Streaky the cat. Is that weird? I don't know. I see Streaky and I say, yes, that's my selling point. It looks so adorable. That's the cutest looking kitty I've ever seen in my life. Nah, my cat's pretty cute too. Can't stand the diaper, huh? Well, to be fair, the diaper is a little bit rough at the top of the belt. It doesn't look like it's cut all that cleanly. You haven't eaten it since you were 15, so like 20 years ago. Oh, so you took a 20-year hiatus from cereal. Yeah, I guess that might do it. The top makes up for it. Well, I don't get off on action figures. I get off on real women, so that's not really an issue for me. Here's what she looks like just standing straight up. Yeah, she's doing a lot of standing straight up in these promo photographs. Man, they really don't church up these promo photographs all that much, do they? I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think the cape is probably one of the nicest parts of her. Like, I can't get over these cloth capes from McFarlane Toys. I'm so glad they're doing them. And the stitching on them looks really clean, too. It really looks like the old capes of, like, the 90s and stuff, or like the 80s and 90s, where... I remember when McFarlane Toys first started doing these capes again, and when they started putting them out on, like, superpowers and stuff, they looked really rough. But they've gotten a lot better at making capes. And it fits in so nicely with the action figure. Like, you can tell they're really hiding it underneath the plastic there. That's very well done. Some parts of this action figure are very well done, and other parts are a little, I don't know about that. Here, let's see what she looks like on, like, the Lazy Susan up here. Man, I'm curious. Let's see it. Okay. She's doing her little, like, victory pose. As she comes to save the day. Yeah. And Streaky, too. Man, would you want to encounter Streaky if you're, like, a criminal? What do you think Streaky would do to you? Streaky would probably claw at you. Streaky would probably meow so loud the cat would blow your socks off and your shirt would fly off with them. If that cat, like, hisses, oh, you can feel the fear trembling in your heart. Here I am musing about the cat. I can't get over the kitty. I got a problem, guys. Oh, let's see here. Well, does it say anything else about her down here? 4 extra hands, Streaky the cat, soft goods cape, and character base. Yeah, character base. That's sounds about right. I don't know. I like these collector edition things a lot better than when they first came out. When the collector's edition stuff first came out, I was pretty lukewarm about it. I wanted to get into it, but I felt like they were a little bit half-hearted. And in some cases, I feel like they still are a little half-hearted, but a lot of cases, they're not that bad either. I think I like these... Well, Yeah, yeah, this is nice. This is okay. Let's take a look at Guy Gardner, guys, because that's the second action figure we have lined up for today in this DC Multiverse lineup. They seem to come out in waves of 3. So naturally, we've got 2 other action figures we have to look at. I like the way that they're doing waves of 3 here, because at least it makes the line manageable. Like, you don't feel like you have to shell out $100+ every time a wave of these comes out. Instead, you shell out a little over $90, and because these are $30 a piece. Guy Gardner. This is actually one of my favorite Green Lanterns, and he has been for a while. I can't explain why. He's such a jerk. But I think it's just because I find him the most entertaining of all the Green Lanterns. I feel like Green Lantern, other than like Kyle Rayner, is a very dry character, so Guy Gardner is very appealing just because he's not Hal Jordan or John Stewart. Those guys are just so dull by comparison. I have a hard time getting into either of them. But between this guy and Kyle Rayner, they're both clowns at the end of the day. Although Kyle Rayner is a little bit more serious about what he does than Guy Gardner is. Guy, I don't even know how he became a Green Lantern. How'd he get a ring? He's one of the biggest jerks in comics. How'd he get a ring? Who'd he bribe? Did the Guardians have a lapse in judgment before they handed out the rings that day? I think they did. I think they were just in desperation and they picked any old Joe Schmo off the street to give a ring to. Well, anyway, Dot needs to hurry up and do the 2011 version of Green Lantern already. You know, any day now, I guess, but I don't know. Todd initially was focused on doing the newer versions of characters from New 52 and DC Rebirth and stuff. But now he seems to be getting into a lot of classic characters, and a lot of the classic characters that he's doing have just been repaints of action figures that he's kind of already done. And some of those repaints have been pretty lackluster, I think. I guess he's just cashing in on the nostalgia. And I mean, if there's a buck to be made, I guess I understand it. This looks like a pretty boilerplate Guy Gardner, I think. I don't see anything here that really makes me roll my eyes, or I have nothing negative to say about it, really. He looks like Guy Gardner to me. Yeah, this looks like a solid version of him. It looks like it's kind of a, well, just based on the faceplates and the hair and stuff, it looks like a mishmash of several different versions of Guy Gardner. He comes with alternate hair. He comes with like a modern haircut. This looks like the modern haircut, I think. And this is the bowl cut that he's all too famous for. And he also comes with a couple of different expressions for his faceplates. Serious face Guy Gardner, screaming face Guy Gardner. This is probably the one that's about to get punched by Batman in Justice League. God, what was it? Justice League International back in the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. And then here's Guy Gardner with that grin on his face, looking like, yeah, I'm as good as I think I am. Again, before he gets punched by Batman. He also comes with 2 sets of extra hands and a Green Lantern lantern. So, it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's a nice package. Let's see here. Debuted in the late 60s, Guy Gardner did not rise to real stardom until his placement on the Justice League International during the mid-1980s. Famous for losing... Oh my god, that's his bio. Famous for losing a fight to Batman in one punch. Oh boy, that's some kind of claim to fame. Good thing he's a fictional character, or else I don't think he'd ever be able to live down the shame. This artwork looks like it's from much later than the stuff I've been talking about and the stuff in his bio, like the Justice League International stuff. This looks like the mid-2000s, I want to say. I forget when this storyline took place, to be honest. You can see Fillion doing a good job of him in the new Superman movie. I think Nathan Fillion is pretty much the right choice for Guy Gardner. I can't really imagine another actor playing Guy Gardner, so casting for that one, yeah, they did it right. Only thing about that one is I kind of wish they would have gotten more of the bowl cut. It's not a big deal. It's not a big thing. He still looks pretty right. I just wish they would have gotten more of like the shave sides on the side of the head, but I can look past it. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so here's the important details, guys. On a Green Lantern action figure, of course, you gotta have Green Lantern rings on the finger, and it looks like he does have Green Lantern rings on both of these hands. So, perfect. God, look at that. God, these face... Guys, you know, faceplates freak me out. Am I the only person out there who gets freaked out when an action figure has faceplates? I don't know about this faceplate business, because seeing these disembodied faces like this, I don't know. Something about it just feels a little squick. Like this looks like something I'd see in the movie Terrifier, where Art the Clown, like, takes a scalpel to Guy Gardner and, well, plays a little joke on him. This is the joke. Now you see his face. Now you don't. Open wide, Guy. Ugh. It's a good action figure. I'm just talking. And also, I'm serious. These disembodied faces, I don't know. I feel weird when I look at them. I don't know how to handle this. It's cool looking. It's nice. It's not a bad package at all. It's actually a pretty good release. This is like probably this might be my favorite out of the entire wave, I think. I don't know. I've seen people talking about Power Girl. I think Guy Gardner is my favorite. I really like this Guy Gardner action figure. I feel like the sculpting's there. I feel like the details are about right for him. Don't see anything that I would suggest to be improved. It comes with more accessories than you really think he needs to have. I mean, I wouldn't even ask for faceplates. I don't really think about faceplates, but he has faceplates, so that's awesome. He even comes with alternate hair, for God's sake. That's a wild accessory. About the most I would expect to see from a package like this is a bunch of extra hands and a Green Lantern, right? Yeah. I'm not complaining. This is good. This is awesome. Let's check out some other shots of Guy Gardner here. Yeah, looking good, Guy. Looks like he's pretty confident in what he's doing, as he should be. He's not a bad guy. Well, sometimes he is. But for the most part, no, he's okay. Oh, let's check out the back of him. What does the back of him look like? Oh, just pop collars. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, this is great. For $30, I'd say, yeah, this is worth it. Let's check out what it looks like on the Lazy Susan, guys. God, every so often I see that Todd McFarlane has these on Vimeo, and I think to myself, who still uses Vimeo? I guess Todd McFarlane does. McFarlane Toys, keeping Vimeo propped up. That's a cool action figure. I like this one. Hey, AJ, what's going? Soul Power Girl. You know what, AJ? Same to you, buddy. Oh, I would be remiss if I didn't check out this close-up of Guy Gardner. God, why do they keep showing him with the modern haircut instead of the bowl cut? Give me the bowl cut, man. No one wants this modern haircut stuff. I mean, I know that they have it with him for a reason because it's one of his looks, but give me the bowl cut. I want the bowl cut, nothing but the bowl cut. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I ever got this action figure, I would just chuck this hair piece right off. Just throw it away, toss it in the trash. Never to be seen again. Put the bowl cut on. I wouldn't super glue the bowl cut, then I wouldn't be able to use the faceplates. But still, you guys pick up what I'm saying. Cut the sides off. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. I mean, it doesn't make any sense because they already have the bowl cut in the package. See, like look at this. They have alternate hair with them. I don't know if you saw this, AJ. They have a hair piece right there. That's his bowl cut. Little Big Red, how's it going? Yeah, I'm yakking about action figures because this is how I get my jollies every so often. Yeah, you didn't see that. Yeah, they actually have a hairpiece with them. They're doing this with action figures now, man, where they're including faceplates and alternate hair pieces and stuff. Action figures have gotten crazy in 2025. Yeah, like I can't even complain really. I'm just talking to talk, I guess, because I can just swap the hair out. There's nothing to complain about. You got two looks. You can pick the one you like. $30 for this one. Like I say, guys, I think this one's worth it. Power Girl, I don't know about that. But Guy Gardner, I think, is definitely worth $30. I would go for this one. One thing I guess I will complain about is that I still don't like. I don't mind the base. The bases are nice because I found myself using them more and more when I'm trying to like pose action figures and stuff. But the trading card, I don't know that I really need this, right? Like the trading card just feels like another piece that's cluttering up the package. They could just put this on the back of the box or something. We don't need a trading card. I don't know. I already have the action figure. I already have the base. Do I really need this? I don't know. McFarlane Toys really loves their trading cards, though. Maybe it's like the sports guy in him or something, where he thinks that everything needs a trading card. I don't know. Removable chili bowl haircut. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Kind of looks like a bowl. It is a bowl. It's a bowl cut. God. Get this man a hairstylist. No, please don't. I want Guy Gardner to look awful. That's my Guy Gardner. Ugh. You know, someone said pretty recently they wanted me to upload a new Let's Play video. I was doing Let's Play content. I did a couple of Let's Play videos on here recently, and they got pretty good watch time, but they're not like getting views hand over fist or anything. But I would consider it, if there's enough interest at least. Small details. Putting a logo on a base versus just giving you a blank base makes a huge difference for you. See, that's right. Like, they used to just have like a blank base, I think. But now they print this little DC logo on there. Am I going to be streaming some games tonight? On here? No. Elsewhere? Probably, yeah. Actually, I can't remember if they did like a plastic imprint on the base or not. Maybe they did. But I can't, it's been so long since I've looked at one of the bases for these things, I can't remember. But it is, you're right, AJ. Small details count for a lot on these. And that's true of the entire package, whether it's like just this little logo on the base to indicate the brand, or whether it's, including little character pieces in the package. What are you spending your $30 on? Well, it tells you pretty quickly what you're spending your money on when you see little things like that. Like, you know. So sad the card stand isn't in there, said no one ever. Did they used to have a card stand in the package on this? I feel like they did. I can't remember, though. But I do remember a lot of these action figures having a card stand, and I rolled my eyes and said, who asked for this? This is a piece of plastic nobody wants. But I seem to remember the first collector's editions having the card stands, and I thought it was stupid. Alright, I got like one last action figure we're gonna look at today, guys. And this is actually a really cool character. This is a Flash villain. This one's gonna be Captain Cold. You were excited until you saw the head sculpt. Like, which one? There's 3 of them in there. Honestly, the Guy Gardner's a pretty good release. And I actually don't mind the face sculpts on Captain Cold here. Now this one is a repurposed Page Puncher's Flash Wave Captain Cold with some new plastic pieces on top. And I'm actually not sure how much of this all is like new, but like at least the very top here is a little bit more on point with what we expect from Captain Cold. And this does look a little bit more like the character than that original release did. I remember seeing the original Page Puncher's Flash action figure and thinking to myself just how disappointing it was. Because if we go and like dig it up right now, which isn't that much of an imposition, let's go ahead and look up Captain Cold, guys. Captain Cold. I'll show you guys what the original Page Puncher's Captain Cold looked like. And yeah, here it is right here. Oh, God, yeah, that hood is way different. I was curious just how much was changed. Apparently, quite a bit, actually. Here, let's find this right there. There it is. There's Captain Cold original. What happened to the upper half? Oh, God. Alright, so here's the deal. Like, here's the original Page Puncher's Captain Cold, and here's the repurposed Captain Cold. Alright, so Captain Cold didn't care for Guy's face in any of them. Alright, well, I don't know what to tell you. That's what Guy Gardner looks like. Pretty much what he's always looked like, I think. Yeah, what happened with this is that they wrote like a whole new Flash comic, right? And the Flash comic that it came with, this is what the Page Punchers line was doing with DC Direct. They just came up with this one issue of a comic book and included the same comic book with every package. And I remember I criticized this at the time for being stupid, because, I mean, you buy one action figure from the Wave, and it has the exact same comic book as all the others. What's the incentive to buy all the others if they all have the same comic? Because now if I buy all these action figures, I just have the same damn issue lying around. It's silly. It's insane. And, from the look of things over the past couple of Page Punchers waves, it looks like they finally stopped doing that, thank the Lord Christ. But it took them long enough at McFarlane Toys to finally figure out, gee, maybe we should start including a different comic book with every action figure, instead of whatever this is. And the thing of it is, it wasn't even like a previously printed issue, right? This is just an entirely new comic, and they included designs for the action figures based on this comic. So these aren't even designs that we're familiar with, hence why Captain Cold over here doesn't really look like Captain Cold. Instead, this looks like Captain Cold. Anyway, that's my rant. You'll see, if we flip between them, you'll see a lot of similarities. You'll see that there's a lot, that the gloves are pretty much the same, the entire body's pretty much the same, belt's different, the top of them is different, the hood is different, the head is different. The mask needs to come back, though the mask can stay gone as far as I'm concerned. Good lord. That mask was awful. I really hate this action figure. This action figure is such balls. Alright. So let's take a look at this one. Let's take a look at what's included with this one, guys. This one comes with 2 sets of extra hands. And I'm kind of wondering right now if this is included with the original Captain Cold action figure. Actually, no. The only thing that comes with this one is the blaster. The Halo blaster. Doesn't that look like a Halo weapon? God, this line of action figures was so dumb. He comes with his cold gun. Thank God. That's good. That's awesome. 2 sets of extra hands. The scarf thing? Oh, the scarf thing? Oh, yeah, his little scarf cape. Yeah, he never really wore that in comics. This is what he's always looked like. This, I'm not gonna even disagree with you, Saucy Goat. This looks like a weird Batman outfit or something that would be conjured up for endless winter or some kind of other cold conditions. He comes with, just like Guy Gardner, he comes with 2 faceplates. One is frowning, one is smirking, and the other one is deliciously evil. Look at that face. What a grin. Wouldn't you love to be on the receiving end of that? Look at this. Look at this. His hood has like a little bit of dirt on it. Looks like it's really lived in, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought, Dean. It looks like an unloaded needler gun from Halo. Yeah, it looks like a Halo gun. Pretty much all the weapons from that wave of action figures look like they belong in Halo. They might have even borrowed it from like a Halo line or something. I wouldn't be, if someone told me that they did, I wouldn't be shocked. Did McFarlane Toys make a line of Halo action figure, guys? I can't remember. I feel like they did, and that's where that weapon came from. Oh, I'm gonna mark out if someone says yes. Anyway, here's what Captain Cold looks like all posed up, guys. This action figure looks pretty good. I hated the previous Captain Cold action figure. This one I don't mind, even though it's like really repurposed. It still looks like close enough to what we see here from the trading card, right? They did Warhammer. Close enough. Alright, so maybe they pulled it from Warhammer. God, I could've... No, actually, they didn't do a Halo line, did they? Some other brand did Halo. Ah. You're right. You're right. You think they did? Wait, did they? Oh, God. I'm going crazy, guys. This is what Captain Cold looks like close up. Oh, wow. Yeah. Extreme close up. God, I love Captain Cold. I'm glad they finally made a decent action figure of him. I don't even know if the previous Captain Cold action figure was any good at all, but if it was any good at all, this is going to be pretty much the same thing with a different head. / different top. Now, I guess the biggest concern that I have about this action figure is that, like, this looks like a very thick plastic piece here. So, the mobility on the shoulders is probably going to be next to non-existent. I don't know if he's going to be able to move his arms at all, hardly. But at least it looks a little bit more like Captain Cold than it did. Yeah, let's check him out on the Lazy Susan, guys. They're really not getting these guys into very dynamic poses, are they? They kind of just got one leg slightly forward, leaning a little bit, then maybe they got their weapon in their hand. It's pretty understated as far as poses go. They did this for Gardner, too. I guess they did it like this because they don't have the base on them. They don't have the base on any of them, really. So they don't want them to fall over while the Lazy Susan's turning. Well, for what it's worth, I guess I understand that. It's a decent looking action figure. I like this one. This one is probably my second favorite aside from Gardner. $30? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide if this is worth $30. I don't know. At the point we're talking about $30 for this action figure, or $30 for these things, it's starting to feel a little steep, isn't it? Because, you know, Marvel Legends, a standard Marvel Legend is like 25 bucks. And is this, I don't know. I wish these were like $25 instead of $30. It feels like they're using the collector's edition and nostalgia to kind of justify jacking up the price a little bit. Why does the hood have a tail like a Green Goblin action figure? Or is that accurate? Wait. Check it out. What are we talking about? A tail? I don't know what I mean. This is about what Captain Cold's, like, shoulder pieces always looked like. It's like, if you look at the action figure or any other art of Captain Cold, he always has this. Yeah, that's about right. This is lore accurate. Is Power Girl available anywhere? Everywhere that DC Multiverse is sold, as far as I'm aware. It might be sold out at Amazon, but it should be available other places. No soulmates. Maybe you're just wrong. I mean, you could be, AJ. I don't know. But to be fair, I have brain farts all the time when I talk about this stuff. It's hard to remember everything. Because, you know, you're trying to compile, like, 30 years of action figure history in your head while you're talking about all these things. And it's just impossible to remember everything. Which is your least favorite of the three? Oh, probably Power Girl, I would say. Probably Power Girl. I don't hate her, I just, I don't really feel like she's... I don't really feel like she represents the artwork all that well. Like, you look at this, and then you look at the action figure, and... The color combinations are mostly right, but then you look at the actual design, and it's just not there. Yeah, I like the cat. Cat is my favorite, technically. I like the cat better than I like Power Girl. The cat's the selling point of this one for me. Captain Cold... is a Captain Cold's I guess you could say my next least favorite, but like I feel like his costume is a little bit better represented here with this artwork than Power Girls was. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's a little closer, I think. And meanwhile, my favorite of the bunch is Guy Gardner. I feel like the whole package is just there. I feel like it's got everything that it needs to be Guy Gardner. Face sculpt is off? Guess. Looks pretty okay. Face sculpt doesn't bother me. The costume does. But if you don't like it, you don't like it, right? Well, Soulmates, that's all the Collector's Edition releases from McFarlane Toys. You're just glad neither of them are looking to the left or right. That's true. Boy, we've seen some weird things from McFarlane Toys throughout the years, haven't we? The side-eyes are one of them. Glad that's a thing of the past. I don't know what they were on when they decided to start doing that, but good God, that was a weird year. I forgot all about that. Now I'm glad. Now I've got a visceral reminder, because I've got like probably half a dozen action figures at least that have those side-eyes on them, and God, that was so bad. All those figures need to be Joker-fied. What, the side-eye ones or these ones? Are they still Joker-fying action figures? I haven't looked in a while. I hope not. Man. God, I hope not. Yeah, I hope not too. I don't want to ever see another Joker-fied action figure as long as I live. Because some of those action figures were the worst. Remember when they Joker-fied the Joker? I think I lost my mind that day. I think I went stark raving, laughing mad. That was too much. Joker-fying the Joker should be like a criminal act. I threw my hands up. I said, how do you Joker-fy the Joker? He's already Joker-fied! But literally, they Joker-fied Heath Ledger's Joker. Just in case anyone thinks I'm, like, making it up. Here, let's look it up right now. Oh yeah, here's all the Joker-fied action figures, Soulmates. Boy, there's a lot of these, aren't they? These Joker-fied figures are all you see in your targets. Boy, I'm glad they made so many of these then. Look at it all. This is dumb. This entire page. What a waste of paint. Anyway, here's the culprit in question. The Joker-fied Heath Ledger's Joker. This is evidently what they consider Joker-fied. Oh, also the Joker-fied Bane. Don't forget the Joker-fied Bane pieces, but literally all they did was like paint his clothes black and yeah, that's about it. These are new to you? You didn't know about these, Saucy Goat? Yeah. McFarlane Toys did a lot of Jokerized versions of characters, and it really just amounted to them slapping a bunch of purple and green paint on stuff. I thought there'd be more than these, actually, so maybe they smartened up and started doing this. You kind of like this, but only this one. Honestly, as far as the Jokerized action figures go, this is probably the least offensive one, because they didn't do a bunch of crazy stuff to him, right? It's just a black suit, and maybe a little bit more of a brighter purple and green on him, and bright green hair, as opposed to like all these that have ha 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 drawn across them and random white face paint and everything. Like, I can't imagine anyone spending money on any of these, outside of hardcore collectors who just have a compulsion and have to get them because they're a completionist, right? If you're a completionist, God have mercy on you. God lost his mind for a while. Yeah, he did. Some of the repaint stuff is some of the repaints they have are not that bad, right? Because there's been a few that I thought have been pretty cool. Like, they've done some glow-in-the-dark stuff. They've done some blacklight stuff. And a lot of them are bad, but some of them are actually pretty applicable. I can't remember what the last one was. I remember a Swamp Thing that was glow in the dark being pretty good. Yeah, back when there were more gold label... I remember talking about that. At the time, there were more gold label releases than regular releases. It was crazy. Like, the entire... I looked at the Wikipedia page for McFarlane Toys. Literally, there were more gold labels that year than there were regular, just action figures. I don't know what was happening that year, but... I guess they had too much overstock. I guess people weren't buying all these, which is probably why they've been leaning into nostalgia and the collector's edition stuff so hard. There. Let's end things by going back to my favorite release of the day. These are all available. Was that supposed to be Batman? Yeah, multiples of those were supposed to be Batman, AJ. Back when they charged you for a whole other figure just for an unmasked version. They haven't done that for a while. Were they still doing that then? I think they were, like, starting to slowly introduce new heads and stuff. I can't remember. I'd have to, like, think about it real hard. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, I know, AJ. Anyway, guys. If they Jokerize Year 2 Batman, then SK could be complete in collecting action figures. Can't top that. Oh my god. I can't believe they're like still using that body occasionally, by the way. Year 2 Batman. My review is still up. I saw that there were people watching it again. I was kind of surprised to see it was getting any views, considering that the video for that is like 2 or 3 years old or something at this point. But good. I'm not mad about that, but God, I really hated that action figure. And I hope it was a waste of $50. I wish I hadn't spent that money on that. Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been more than $50. I don't remember. Flashpoint Flash is one of the first figures they packed in unmasked head with the main release. Yeah, they did that one, and then they also did the White Knight Joker. White Knight Joker was like the first one, and then they did the Flash like much later. So, they've been kind of easing it in for a while, I think. Oh, you're welcome, Dean. I'm glad you enjoy it. There's a whole Reddit hate thread devoted to that one video. I feel like in the end, I think I was right about the shield on that one. Because there's multiple people that say, you know, that was a pretty good action figure, but I wish it had a regular shield with it. Stuff like that. Kiru's favorite Joker is Jared Leto. AJ, those are fighting words. Those are banning words right there. Oh, you know who wants to play the Joker, AJ, is David Howard Thornton. You know Art the Clown from Terrifier? He actually does a really good impression of Mark Hamill's Joker. He's done a bunch of monologues and stuff. He's not half bad, and he also looks the part pretty well too. Yeah, he wants to be the DCU Joker, and I could see it happening. I think that he needs a little bit of direction. They need to reel him in a little bit. Maybe not have him ape Mark Hamill so much, but I think he's got the chops to do it. Justice League Task Force Flash, he's fine. He's alright, as I remember. Talked about him a little while ago, but I don't remember what I said in the video. But I remember the whole wave being pretty okay. Alright, soulmates. Oh yeah, Jason Momoa is finally going to be Lobo, you're right. Yeah, he is going to be Lobo, and he's pretty excited about it too. Honestly, he makes a lot more sense as Lobo than he ever did as Aquaman. Just his entire persona and his look just screams Lobo. So, finally they've cast right. Finally, they got it right. Maybe David Howard Thornton will be the Joker. Who knows? Like, I can't imagine another guy really being the Joker right now. He seems to be the best fit for the job. He's played the Joker in the past in fan films and stuff. He's been Art the Clown for a decade now. He's got experience clowning. He seems like the best fit for the job, you know? Pre-ordering Power Girl was a cinch, but Guy Gardner was a hassle, says Jose. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I thought that Power Girl would be the hassle, according to some posts I've read online. Well, all the action figures are, like, sold out on Amazon the last I checked, so, if you want to get them, you can check the other links on McFarlane's website to other websites and see if they're available there. But, in general, they should be available every place action figures are sold, or DC Multiverse, that is. Oh, I think that's about all I've got to say about these new collector's editions, guys. Some nice things about all of them, and some things I don't like about all of them. I'll catch you guys again real soon. Have a good day in the meantime, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Bye, my friends.